Hey, so I was going to do this live, but where I'm camping, there's very little service. So, going for a short walk after, it was not that much cycling, but it's extremely hot. It's June 7th, southern Minnesota. Don't know what the temperature is, but like I've been at my campsite for like 2.5 hours and sweat is still just basically dripping off me. But yeah, I've not been gaming because I've been focusing. Oops, my hand's in there, sorry. I've been focusing on getting ready for a new tour. I want to do a big tour in September, and so that's what I'm been focusing on. I made a new rain fly. I was planning on waiting to make the new rain fly until the end of this season, but I used it and it was just janky, and I saw some lightweight ripstop, so I went ahead and I made a new for super cheap. It was only like $3 a yard or something like that. So if you include the cost of the webbing, I don't think it cost me $30 to make my new rain fly, and it fits a little better than my old one did. Plus it looks so much nicer because I didn't know what I was doing when I made my first one. Plus my kitty was Yossarian, was like trying to like get in the way of it, so it was quite difficult. Hoping the trail comes up here shortly, and then we're gonna turn and go back to the campsite. I basically just did a little loop, stopping at the restroom. But so that took me days. I've also been watching too much TV, which is a forever problem. And I've been playing a couple games that aren't really conducive to streaming. Like, most recently is the new Farm Manager 2021. And there's been an interesting update to Mashinky, so I'm probably going to spend a whole bunch of time playing that one. I'll probably put a link in the description for both of those games. They're pretty awesome. If you're into strategy games, not like Civilization. I mean, you're not like competing against people. But anyways, successfully I've been getting back to work, which is pretty good. I think this looks like the trail. Pretty sure this is the trail. It kind of curves in a weird way though. Oh, that's because they have rocks blocking. I see. They want to keep motor vehicles off the trail. Anyways, yeah, so it's gonna be a minute or two before we get back to my campsite, and I'll kind of show it to you a little bit. So originally I was supposed to cycle around 25 to 30 miles. But the heat was getting to me, slowed me way down. I also forgot to eat lunch. Don't forget to eat lunch and then jump on your bike to go for a 30-mile bike ride. It's less than good. I remembered while I was cycling and I was supposed to stop at the grocery store and grab something. But do you think I remembered? No. So anyways, I went about 16 miles and just hit a wall. It was one of the worst bonks I've ever had. Anyways, and it was on gravel. I don't like gravel. Gravel stinks. And it happened on a hill. So, and the hill had loose gravel. So it took me like, oh man. And I got to the top of the hill, and even though I had just taken a rest like 4 miles previously, I stopped and I sat down and I didn't get better. So what I ended up doing was turning around, going back down the hill and then up the other, it was a ravine. So I had to go up the other side, and which was pretty hard. And I took a rest over there too for like 15 minutes. And then I also stopped after I got off the gravel. I stopped again because I had no energy. Zero. It was, like I said, I bonked hard. Anyways, yeah, so I backtracked roughly 4 miles. Maybe it was only 3, I'm not sure. I puked. And that's what was like, okay, I am not continuing to where my original destination was going to go because I'm not going to make it. And so I backtracked, and then I went to this campsite, which is someplace I camped at once before a couple years ago. It's awesome because it's very shaded, and you can hear the running water, and it's awesome. But the trees are not the best for hanging a hammock, and the ground is a little bit difficult for putting in like tent stakes and stuff. But I should have explored a little more, tried to find a better campsite, but I took basically the first one. I went back and forth before I actually hung my hammock and the ones adjacent to it. But anyways, the bugs aren't bad, which is nice. There are bugs, don't get me wrong, but it's the wilderness, so it can't be perfect. I think this is my campsite. Oh no, this is the one that I chose not to do, so I'm one off. And it's probably really hard for y'all to see me, I'm sorry. But I like to go for walks when I do difficult bike rides because it helps prevent me from cramping up in the night. So even though this was only like 16 miles, which is not shit, I decided to go for the walk because I bonked hard. And now I got some food in my stomach and feeling a lot better. But I can't wait till I'm back into better shape. I know it's going to take me a while. It's not going to be something that happens in the next month, but hopefully before I begin my big tour in September, which is basically 3 months away, 50 miles a day is going to be nothing. So, of course, heat is also an issue. September will be a little bit better for that. Hopefully I don't need to, I shouldn't. I'm not planning on bringing my underquilt for my hammock. So if it gets cold, it's going to be cold. Because I want to lighten my load a little bit. And I mean, I've camped in colder without it. When I did my tour up into Canada years ago, which was in May, very end of May, beginning of June, it got down to sub 40 a couple of times, and it was freezing. But here's my campsite. It's quite a bit bigger than the last ones we found, but the trees were better. So, I don't know, you probably can't see anything, but picnic table and fire ring. I got my bike leaning against the tree right here. Usually I don't leave my bike leaning against the tree. Usually I put it underneath my hammock, which hopefully you can see my new rain fly there. Maybe I'll record something in the morning so you can see it a little better. But I'm exhausted. I want to drink a little bit more water and crawl into the hammock and get some snooze. Probably going to spend a little bit of time. Internet's really bad, so I can't upload this, but it is there enough that I can check my email and spend a little bit of time on the internet. But yeah. This is how I woke up. All these birds singing. It's hard to keep my eyes open. I need to sleep another hour. It's 5 a.m. It's kind of chilly. I'm shivering. Hopefully that's enough for some background. Talk to you later. It's morning and I just finished breakfast. Well, basically, I still got my yogurt. But yeah, I'll probably insert a clip of my entire breakfast, which wasn't that big, but I am very full. I want to eat the yogurt because I probably need the calories. I just yeah, I still kind of feel like I did last night, where I'm just like, even though I'm like low on food, low on energy. I'm not hungry, which is a strange feeling. Not the first time, but I wanted to record me taking down my hammock. So I'm probably going to time lapse that. Should be less than 10 minutes in real time. Like I was never here. Except it's kind of obvious that I was, because I've been picking up trash all over the place, because other people have not been following the idea of leave no trace. Anyways, pick up after yourself when you camp. Vanilla yogurt. Second best only to vanilla and honey yogurt. Didn't mean to set that right in front of the camera. Hopefully the dam store is open. I can get some water. And I probably have enough to make it back home. But I would like to cover myself. Maybe get some ice water. Would be delicious right now. I'm wearing long sleeves because I want to protect myself from the sun. And a shirt is better than sunblock. And I don't like the way I sweat when I wear sunblock. So, all right. Well, I'll see you next time.